Good evening, everyone. Welcome to When I Was Your Age, vlogcast where I talk about common stuff and tell you what it was like when I was your age, back in the 70s to early 90s. If you've got an idea for something that you'd like me to cover, please, by all means. Email address is right here on the screen for you, shujintribble@gmail.com, and we'll see what it is that I can go ahead and talk to you guys about. Now, the previous episode 10, I talked about CGI versus practical effects, and this is a little bit different. This one is, I'm not exactly sure how to describe this one. However, I'm going to do this really quickly because I'm doing this one off the top of my head. I have no notes whatsoever because I had something happen over this couple of days while my little one was off from school that really blew my mind away. Some of you have had the opportunity of hearing about a movie that had come out recently called The Lego Movie. Now, I had seen trailers for it, and if I work things correctly, over in the corner on the screen, I'll have the trailer playing for you over there. It won't have any music or anything for it, so just bear with it. The Lego Movie, from the trailers that I had been seeing, I didn't think very highly of it. Just because of the way that it looked. And I really didn't get a good feel for what it was supposed to have been. And then, close, warm, personal friend of the show, sort of, George Hrab. Now, I've talked about George on a couple of occasions. He's the guy with the Geologic podcast, although he doesn't do anything with geology. George had talked about the movie. He went to see it. And he said some things that were really remarkable to me and really gave huge thumbs up and said, if you got kids, go. So I thought about it. And since the little one had a couple of days off from school anyway, we went and we saw it yesterday. And because of timing, okay, fine, we went for 3D. I don't want to spend the extra money for 3D most of the time unless it's a really good movie. I'll usually want to go and see something 2D because it's less expensive, and if it's really that worthwhile, okay, I'll go for the 3D at that point if I think it's worthwhile. I know. You know what? Let me not even say that. I think, because I didn't look it up, I don't have any notes, I didn't go looking it up, I didn't want to bias myself. I think the Lego Movie, for the most part, there are a couple of sections where it's not. For the most part, is CGI. However, all of the pieces, all of the effects, all of the vehicles, all of the characters are all Lego pieces. Now, let me explain. Like I said, I quote-unquote know that this thing was all CGI. But as opposed to a computer-generated system where everything looks... Perfect example. The Polar Express. They filmed it with live actors, with bodysuits so that it could all be rotoscoped into a computer and then 3D modeled and then generated and rendered and boom, there you go. These were all, everything was a Lego piece, whether it was a flat piece or a single piece or a single clear light piece. It was all rendered Lego pieces, from the smoke down to the ocean water, to the aircraft, to the spaceship. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm doing. And it boggled my mind because I'm watching this and I know in my head that it's got to be CGI, because the idea of this having been done as stop motion animation, at first I thought to myself, it was. But then I got to realizing there's so much going on. Even the great Ray Harryhausen himself would have balked at this. And I've mentioned about Ray Harryhausen. On the screen right now, you will see one of his most impressive pieces over in the corner over here. From Jason, was it Jason and the Argonauts? I think it was. The fight scene with all of the skeletons. And that was all stop motion animation. Move a piece, take a couple of photographs. Move a piece, take a couple of photographs. It was hellaciously complicated, but yet they still did it, and it looks great. Yes, it is stop motion animation, and yes, you can tell it's stop motion animation, but it was gorgeous. What they did with the Lego movie, I had a hard time looking at it and thinking, this is just CG. I had a hard time looking at this and not thinking this was an amazing labor of love of stop motion animation because it looked just that good. And I can't tell you when I've had a situation in a movie where I've looked at it and I've said, I can't tell. Now, yeah, I mean, I can look at it and I can say that it's CG because it's too well lit. It's too well focused. It's too smooth. But it was amazing to me to look at all this stuff. Fire that's coming out of engines from explosions, and it's all pieces of Lego. Rendered, but pieces of Lego. Real pieces. The Millennium Falcon recreated. Now, yeah, there's an entire kit for that. But they showed all these pieces. And I thought, how fun. How great a piece to think about. That as a kid, or even a kid at heart, you can take, without having electricity, all of these different marvelous pieces, these tiny pieces of plastic molded over the last 50 plus years, all the same styles, all the same interlocking pieces, all of these colors, and with your own imagination, you can render with your own fingers all of the toys that you could want, whether it's a car or a dune buggy or a house or an aircraft or a spaceship, or a robot. And it's all entirely up to your imagination as to what you want to do. Now, yeah, you get older and your toys become more expensive, and you can do all this stuff on a computer now, and so incredibly complicated, and you can make movies with them and all this stuff off of the store shelves. But there is something truly magical about what you can do, what any mind can do when it just wants to play. And I know that in a way it becomes a big selling point for Lego. But if it's an opportunity for young minds to really think, to imagine, to put together in their own heads all the 3D spatial pieces, and how many pieces do you need to line up with this, and what color scheme do you want it to be, and do you actually have this piece, and this piece moves like this, and putting it together, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. When I was your age, there was still Lego. And you didn't have nearly as many of the kits that are specially made now for these different items. You had a bunch of them that were just in a bag, and they were all just different colors and different shapes. And yeah, you got some pamphlets sometimes that said, if you wanted to make this, here's how you can do it. But you can still get all of these different pieces, and you can mix them up and mash them up, and you can put them together any damn way you want. When all is said and done, your kids or grandkids are going to be enjoying the same damn thing that you did. Don't forget to enjoy that. Because when you get the opportunity to say, when I was your age, you damn well better be able to build something cool. Because I know that they will. Thank you, everyone, for watching and enjoying. I hope that you are enjoying the series as much as I am. If you would like me to cover anything, please, by all means, email me. Like I said, shootandtriple@gmail.com. Many thank yous, of course, to George Hrab for the use of his song, When I Was Your Age. And I will be looking forward to comments and suggestions that you people have got. I keep looking forward to it. Until the very next time we get together, everyone, as always, I wish you the peace I no longer have. I wish you the strength that I've learned. I wish you well. Until that next time,
you know what's true?
Good night.
Before you can say boo, you'll be my age too.